In today's video, I'm sharing the 5 things that I wish I knew before I started a freight broker business. And guess what? We're starting right now. When you first get started in a freight broker business, trust me, I understand that there are many questions, so many things that are floating around in your head that you want answers to, and you probably won't get those answers when you first get started. You won't get those until you start to move forward in the day-to-day operations of a freight broker business. Then those answers will start to reveal themselves. But there are a few questions that I think are very beneficial to understand before you get started. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 5 questions that I wish I knew the answers to before I got started, because I feel like it would have saved me time and money and helped me get my business off to the best start. Here is number 1. Should I set up my own LLC and save myself some money? Now, I'm always on board with saving money. When you're setting up an LLC, if you feel comfortable with that process, maybe you've done it before, have some experience in setting up LLCs, maybe that'd be a good idea for you. But here's the flip side. Sometimes when we really don't understand that process and we're just trying to feel our way through it, we do things out of step, and you end up having to go back and hire an expert to help you, and then you're paying for it twice. So I think if you're not familiar with the process, the best thing to do is to get expert help right away. That way, you get everything set up right the first time, and you don't have to pay for it 2 times. Question number 2, what should I know about the freight broker business, about being a freight broker? You should know that a freight broker is a salesperson. You wouldn't believe the number of people that don't understand this aspect of the business. A freight broker sells. It's about sales all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. If you don't want to embrace the process of selling, if you don't want to learn about selling, if you say, hey, I hate to sell and I'm just not willing to sell, trust me, believe me, save yourself some time and money. Don't start a freight broker business, because that's what it is. It's about me going to customers and selling myself and selling my service to that customer. If you don't want to do that, this business is definitely not for you. Question number 3. I'm not really a people person. Should I become a freight broker? Probably not. Not unless you're willing to develop those interpersonal skills that allow for you to become a person that can better relate to people. Because that's what this business is all about. Especially as a non-asset freight broker, you don't have your own assets, so you have to develop relationships with truck drivers who have those assets. You don't have your own freight, so you have to develop relationships with people who have freight. So this business is all about building relationships, and that calls for interpersonal skills. So if you're willing to get those skills, go for it. If not, you may want to take a look at not getting started too soon. Question number 4, should you be really picky about the customers you choose to work with? No, not when you first get started, because that's the process you have to go through to understand whether or not this customer is worth your time. Some customers you'll find won't be worth your time. They'll be the type of customers that don't want to pay decent rates, have freight that's always in detention, they don't really value your time, so you'll know after a period of time whether you need to cut this relationship or not. But when you first go into it, you'll pretty much work with the customers that's willing to work with you. You'll find out as you work with that customer whether or not this customer is a customer that you can see working with long term. Question number 5, who should you focus most of your attention on as a new freight broker? Who should be your biggest priority? Should it be the truck driver, or should it be the shipper? Well, this is an easy question in my opinion. Different strokes for different folks, I get it. But to me, you should focus most of your attention on the shipper, getting freight. And that's for the simple reason that truck drivers are attracted to freight. Freight is the G-O-L-D, the gold in this business. In order for truck drivers to make money, they have to move freight. They're not just interested in talking to freight brokers about freight that they may be getting 2-3 weeks from now, a month from now. They want to talk about freight that you have right now. So your job, the thing that you should focus the most attention on, is getting consistent freight. Because if you have consistent freight, you will have truck drivers, especially if that freight is profitable. So those are the 5 questions, 5 answers that I feel are important, things that you should know before you start your business. I know it. A lot of people make this business seem as if it's so easy. It's so easy to start a freight broker business and be successful. But don't be fooled. It takes a big commitment to be a successful freight broker. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the freight broker business, as usual, I'll leave a link in the description. It's my 5-video series titled How the Load Movement Process Works. Brings you into the office with me, and you can watch me as I move loads, talk to shippers and carriers for the sole purpose of giving you a better understanding of how this business works. And if you're interested in learning more about how we go out and find customers, find shippers, the hard part of this business, I'll leave a free video right here. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.